Seniors, pay attention. Have you ever thought about how healthy the nuts you eat might be? They look like the perfect midnight snack because they are small, easy, and healthy. But not every nut is the same. You can find some that are good for seniors' health and others that might be bad. So, we're going to break it all down today. There are 3 nuts that you should eat every day and 3 that you should steer clear of. Dietary laws get stricter as you get older, and foods that didn't hurt you before may now cause problems like edema, obesity, or even heart disease. Now that you know this, though, you'll be able to make better decisions about how many nuts you eat in terms of your health. Read this all the way through because what I'm about to say could completely change the way you eat every day. If you don't already, subscribe and hit the bell button before we start. That way you won't miss a video. In the comments, give the video a like if you liked it and a 0 if you didn't. Thanks for your thoughts. I'll use it to make my videos better for you. We can begin now. Walnuts are a superfood that is good for your brain and should be part of your diet. Walnuts have been called brain food for a long time. These foods are full of omega-3 fatty acids, which are very important for keeping brain cells healthy, lowering inflammation, and stopping the mental decline that comes with getting older. It's important for seniors to keep their bodies strong, but it's also important to keep their minds sharp. A healthy way to keep your mind sharp is to eat walnuts every day. Omega-3 fatty acids make it less likely that you will get neurological diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Besides that, they help with memory and focus, making it easier to keep your mind interesting. But that's not all the good news. An added bonus is that walnuts are a great source of antioxidants, which shield cells from harm caused by things like stress and getting older. Free radicals cause inflammation when they build up in the body. Inflammation has been linked to a lot of health problems, from heart disease to arthritis. Eating a handful of walnuts every day will slow down this process and keep you healthy for a longer time. Take George, who used to be a teacher and is now 74 years old. He used to enjoy reading and doing crossword puzzles. But as he got older, he started to forget names, lose his glasses, and have trouble remembering certain words. He started eating a handful of walnuts every morning because his doctor told him to get more omega-3 fatty acids. Folks who cared about him could tell he was paying more attention to what they were saying after a few months. He felt more awake and alert. What made the difference was that he didn't make a big change. There was only one small change he made to his routine. One's brain isn't the only organ that walnuts are good for. They are great for your heart because they improve blood flow and lower bad cholesterol. Walnuts, not like other nuts, are low in carbs. Because they can control blood sugar, they are a great choice for seniors. Pay attention to how much you eat. As much as they are good for you, you only need a handful to get the benefits without going overboard. Eating walnuts is a great natural way to protect your brain, lower inflammation, and keep your heart healthy. They are versatile, tasty, and easy to add to food, so they can be used in many ways. You can put these little treats on top of salads, add them to oatmeal, or eat them by themselves as a snack. The next thing we'll talk about is the powerhouse nut, which every retiree should think about eating. 2 nuts to eat: almonds, which are very healthy. It has been known for a long time that almonds are one of the healthiest nuts you can eat. They are full of important nutrients that help with everything from heart health to bone strength. This makes them a great choice for seniors who want to stay healthy overall. Almonds have the right amount of healthy fats, protein, and fiber to give you steady energy without making your blood sugar rise. This makes them especially helpful for older adults who need to keep their glucose levels in check. The high amount of vitamin E in almonds is one of the main reasons they are so valuable. This strong antioxidant helps keep skin cells from getting hurt, lowers inflammation, and even slows down the aging process. Many older people have trouble with their skin getting dry and thin. Eating almonds regularly can help keep skin healthy from the inside out. Vitamin E is good for more than just your skin. It also helps your brain work and keeps you from losing your memory. The other benefit is that it makes bones stronger. Our bones naturally lose density as we age, which makes fractures and osteoporosis more likely. Almonds have a lot of magnesium and calcium, which are 2 important minerals that keep bones strong and stop bone loss over time. Almonds are a great way for seniors who might not be getting enough calcium from dairy to add to a diet that is good for their bones. Think about Margaret, a retired nurse who is 69 years old and has always been careful about her health. She began to notice changes in her skin when she was in her late 60s. It became drier, weaker, and less stretchy. There was also a chance that she might get osteoporosis, since her mother had weak bones as she got older. She began snacking on a small handful of almonds every day after her doctor told her to. After a few months, she noticed that her skin looked and felt better, and she felt better about herself because she knew she was protecting her bones in a simple but effective way. Almonds are also good for your heart because they lower bad cholesterol and make blood flow better. Having fiber and monounsaturated fats together helps keep your arteries clear, which lowers your risk of getting heart disease. Nuts are also a good snack for people who are watching their weight. Even though they are high in calories, the protein and fiber in them help you feel full for longer, which keeps you from eating too much. You can eat these little nuts raw, roast them, or blend them into almond butter. However you do it, they are very healthy. Just make sure to pick ones that aren't salted, since too much salt can counteract the good effects they have on heart health. 3 nuts to eat. Pistachios are a heart-healthy snack. People often forget about pistachios when they're talking about healthy nuts, but they shouldn't be. These little green powerhouses are full of antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats that are good for you in many ways, especially if you are an older person. Pistachios are one of the best nuts you can eat to aid in digestion, protect your heart health, or keep your blood sugar levels in check. One of the best things about pistachios is that they can help keep your heart healthy. A lot of antioxidants, like lutein and gamma-tocopherol, are found in them. These help reduce swelling and damage to blood vessels. This is especially important for older people whose heart health is more likely to get worse with age. Eating pistachios on a regular basis has been shown to lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and raise good cholesterol, HDL. This can help the heart work better and lower the risk of getting heart disease. Pistachios are also good for you because they lower blood sugar. Pistachios help keep blood sugar steady because they have a low glycemic index, unlike some snacks that make blood sugar go up and down quickly. This is great news for older people who have diabetes or are at risk for getting it. Fiber, protein, and healthy fats work together to slow the release of sugar into the bloodstream. This stops dangerous changes in blood sugar that can cause tiredness, dizziness, and long-term health problems. Take Daniel, a 71-year-old man who had been having a hard time controlling his blood sugar for a long time. He started eating a handful of pistachios every afternoon instead of his usual sugary snack because his doctor told him to do so. These nuts helped keep his blood sugar levels steady. His blood sugar levels went down, and he felt fuller for longer, which kept him from snacking on things he didn't need. Even though it was a small change, it made a big difference in his health. The fiber in pistachios is also good for your stomach. Because they have a lot of fiber, eating them is a natural way to keep your gut healthy and help you stay regular. A lot of older people have trouble digesting food slowly or getting constipated. Adding more fiber to their diet can help keep things moving along. Also, fiber helps the good bacteria in your gut grow, which is important for your immune system and your mental health. Another great thing about pistachios is that they naturally have fewer calories than many other nuts because they have more protein than fat. If you want a snack that will fill you up without adding too many calories, these are a great choice. Also, pistachios help you eat slowly because they usually come in their shells. It takes a little work to get each nut, which keeps you from mindlessly snacking too much. Pistachios are a great choice for a tasty, healthy snack that helps your heart, keeps your blood sugar in check, and makes digestion easier. Just make sure to choose varieties that aren't salted to avoid getting too much sodium. Okay, let's talk about the nuts that might not be the best choice for older people and why you might want to limit or stay away from them. One type of nuts that seniors should avoid is cashews, which can be dangerous. You might enjoy cashews as a snack, but they do pose some risks that older people should be aware of. Even though they have some good nutrients, they also have some bad things about them that can make them a bad choice for older people. One of the biggest problems with cashews is that they have a lot of oxalate, which can cause kidney stones. This problem happens more often as people get older. Oxalates are naturally occurring chemicals that can be found in many plant-based foods. But when they are in large amounts, they react with calcium in the body to form sharp, painful kidney stones. Cashews can make it more likely for seniors who have had kidney stones or other problems with their kidneys in the past to get more of these painful deposits. Because they are high in oxalates, cashews are not like other nuts that may help prevent kidney stones. If you care about your kidney health, you should eat them in moderation or not at all. Another problem with cashews is that they have a lot of carbs compared to other nuts. Most nuts are low in carbs and don't have a big effect on blood sugar. However, cashews have more naturally occurring sugars than other nuts, which can cause blood sugar levels to rise a little. Cashews might not be the best choice for seniors who have diabetes or are trying to keep their blood sugar stable. Helen is a 68-year-old retiree who has been eating more cashews because they taste good and have a creamy texture. She liked them in trail mixes and as a snack, but over time her kidneys started giving her trouble. She found out from her doctor that the oxalates in cashews might be making her kidney problems worse. She decided to switch to nuts with less oxalate, like almonds and walnuts, and her symptoms got better quickly. Also, cashews have a lot of fat and calories, so it's easy to eat too many of them without notice. Even though a handful might not seem like much, those extra calories can add up quickly and make you gain weight over time. Cutting back on high-calorie foods like cashews is a good idea for seniors who want to stay at a healthy weight and keep their joints from getting too stressed out. Some seniors should not eat cashews because they may have more risks than benefits, especially if they are watching their weight, have kidney problems, or have problems with their blood sugar. Don't eat macadamia nuts because they are high in fat and not very good for you. People like to snack on and bake with macadamia nuts because they have a rich, buttery texture. However, they might not be the best choice for senior health. Even though they have some good nutrients, the fact that they are very high in fat and calories can make things worse, especially for older people who are trying to control their weight, heart health, or cholesterol levels. The amount of fat in macadamia nuts is one of the main things that people worry about. Even though healthy fats are important for everyone, macadamia nuts have a very high total fat content. About 75% of their calories come from fat alone. They are one of the nuts with the most calories, so it's easy to eat too many of them without realizing it. Macadamia nuts are mostly fat with not much protein or fiber to balance them out. This is different from nuts like almonds and walnuts, which have a mix of healthy fats and protein. This is something that Robert, a retired salesman of 73 years, learned the hard way. He liked the taste of macadamia nuts and thought they were a good snack, but after a few months of eating them every day, he saw his weight start to rise. His doctor told him that even though macadamia nuts are healthy, they were making him eat too many calories because they didn't have enough protein or fiber to keep him full. He found it easier to keep his weight and energy up after switching them out for nuts, like pistachios and almonds, that were better for him. Another problem with macadamia nuts is that they can hurt your heart. You can find monounsaturated fats in them, which are good for the heart, but they don't have the omega-3 fatty acids or high fiber content of walnuts or almonds. What this means is that they aren't as good for your heart as other nuts. Nuts with better nutrient profiles, like those high in fiber, antioxidants, and omega-3s, are a better option for seniors looking to improve their heart health. Also, macadamia nuts are often sold salted or flavored, which can make you eat too many sodium-rich foods. Too much sodium can make high blood pressure, fluid retention, and heart stress worse, all of which many seniors already deal with. Even the ones that aren't salted don't have enough protein or fiber to make up for their high fat and calorie content. Even though macadamia nuts taste great, there are much better foods that seniors can eat to help them lose weight, keep their hearts healthy, and get enough nutrition overall. Let's move on. 3 kinds of nuts you should stay away from: flavored or candied nuts, nuts with added sugars or flavors, and nuts that are packed with added sugars or flavors. Not all nuts are healthy. Nuts that are raw or lightly roasted are great for you, but nuts that are flavored, candied, or heavily salted can be bad for you, especially if you are an older person. A lot of these processed nuts have too much sodium, sugar, and artificial flavors, which turns what should be a healthy snack into a hidden danger. It might taste good, but these foods are very bad for you and can cause serious health problems like high blood pressure, sugar spikes, and more inflammation. The amount of sugar in flavored or candied nuts is one of the main things that people worry about. A lot of brands cover their nuts in chocolate, caramel, or honey, which can make your blood sugar go through the roof. This is especially bad for older people who already have diabetes or are at risk of getting it, because these hidden sugars can make insulin resistance worse and cause long-term health problems. If you eat nuts like honey-roasted peanuts or cinnamon-coated almonds, they may have more sugar than you think, sometimes as much as a candy bar. Then there's the matter of salt. A lot of nuts that come in packages are roasted with too much salt, which can raise blood pressure and make you hold on to water. This is especially scary for older people who have heart disease, kidney disease, or high blood pressure. It is possible for too much sodium to put extra stress on the heart over time and raise the risk of heart disease. James, a 70-year-old man, thought he was being smart when he switched from potato chips to flavored nuts. He liked the honey-roasted and barbecued kinds, but his blood pressure began to rise over time. He finally read the nutrition facts and found that his healthy snack was full of salt and added sugars. He decided to switch to raw nuts that weren't salted, and right away he felt more energetic and his health was better overall. Besides sugar and salt, a lot of flavored nuts also have unhealthy oils and artificial preservatives. For some brands, hydrogenated oils are used. These oils have trans fats in them, which are bad for your heart. It is possible for these fats to raise bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and cause inflammation. All of these things raise the risk of serious health problems like heart attacks and strokes. The best way to enjoy nuts without taking any risks is to pick raw, unsalted varieties. You can lightly roast them at home with heart-healthy spices like cinnamon, turmeric, or a pinch of sea salt if you'd like them to taste a little better. That way, you can see what's in your food and avoid the added chemicals that are often found in processed nuts. There's a lot of different ways to cook nuts that can make them nutritious or unhealthy. The best way to get all the health benefits of nuts without any of the bad things is to stick with natural whole nuts instead of sugary, salty, or flavored kinds. Last but not least, let's go over what we've learned about the best and worst nuts for seniors. Almonds, walnuts, and pistachios are all great choices because they are full of fiber, heart-healthy fats, and omega-3s that are good for your brain. Some of the best nuts to eat every day are those that help your brain work better, your bones stay strong, and your blood sugar stays stable. Cashews, macadamia nuts, and flavored or candied nuts, on the other hand, have risks that seniors should be aware of. If you eat these nuts often, they can hurt you more than help, whether it's because they have too much fat and calories or hidden sugars and sodium. The most important thing to remember is that nuts can be very healthy, but only if you pick the right ones and eat them in moderation. Have you been snacking on nuts that aren't very good for you? It might be time to switch them out for nuts that are better for you. Keep eating walnuts, almonds, and pistachios if you already do. Your body will thank you later. Thanks for being here today. Please get in touch with us. Tell us what you learned today and how you're going to use it in your life in the comments below. We care about what you think, so don't be shy about telling us. We feel very motivated and encouraged when we read your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you liked it and found it useful. Thanks for your support. It lets us keep making good content for you to learn from and be inspired by. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.